Yes. You know, I have Mercedes car. I bought it at free of cost. Don't get surprised. It's about financial planning. Okay. Not absolutely free of cost, through financial planning. Like I'll tell you like how I think how I plan my finances. Okay. Yeah. How I plan my finances, I'll tell you. You will literally stun. When I purchased that car and posted a video, a lot of appreciations, lots of appreciations, but there are also criticism. What criticism? You don't know financial planning, you are a CA, you bought an EMI. Yeah. Criticizing pakka EMI only. Okay, people are, why they both go and buy on EMI? They should have buy in full cash. And these are the people who literally don't know finances. You know what I do? The rate of interest which I got from ICICI Bank is 9%. Yeah, 9 or 9.5 somewhere. And this particular car costed me 1.16 crore technically. Okay, 1.16. This is the cost which I capitalized in my books. Okay, road tax, GST, everything, because we can't claim input tax on vehicles. Blocked credit 17 subsection 5. Yes or no? So we can't claim input tax. So entire 1.16 whatever I paid. Out of this, how much down payment I paid? Actually, I told the seller, I don't want to pay 1 rupee also down payment. Try to get me maximum loan. Literally, I can pay entire this amount by cash. One check I can pay, but I don't want to. I want loan. Why? Because bank is giving me a loan at 9%. You know what I did when I have money the time? I invested in gold. I invest a lot of amount, my savings, everything in the gold only. In gold only I invest. Okay, me and my wife, all our earnings, entire this thing, we invest in gold only. When I'm buying this car, the gold price was somewhere around 7,500 per gram, pure gold. And see, that time I'm literally sure gold may not double, but 30% growth will be there in 1 year. I predicted 30%. Historically also it is 18 to 20%. So now I thought 30% growth pakka will be there. Whereas the loan I am getting at 9%. I am getting written at 30%. Who is full now? Yes or no? I'll tell you one more thing. I generally never repay any loan even if I have surplus money. I never repay. So instead, what I do, when I have any surplus money, I invest in some gold, I invest in SIPs, I invest in somewhere where the return is more than 15% per annum. I make sure the return is more than 15% per annum. In those areas, I will invest. There are many SIPs, mutual funds, flexi funds were there, equity funds were there, gold ETFs were there. There are many ETFs, mutual funds, so many were there. Where I invest minimum 15% CAGR. Minimum. That's a CAGR annualized minimum. Even if I wait for 5-6 years, as a whole, if I see, every year I would have made more than 15-16%. Now, you know what? Approximately 1.01 crore is what the loan I got. 15 lakhs down payment I made. For this, you know how much EMI I pay? 1.68 lakh EMI I pay. 7 years. I asked him 10 years tenure so that EMI will reduce. No, he said, sir, maximum 7 years only, not possible. If you give me 20 years lifetime also, I'll use. See, I may sell my car 4 years. I want my monthly outflow as less as possible, so that whatever surplus I have, I invest in liquid high return generating assets. But fortunate, I am lucky. I expected 30% growth, right? But luckily I got 70% growth. 70%. And literally just 4 days back, it's been more than 1 year I purchased this car. Just 5 days it's been, not even 5 days, 4 days. October 12th, 2024, I took delivery, and now it is already exactly 1 year crossed. If that entire 1 crore that time, whatever I have, by then itself I invested a lot. Okay, I borrow and then invest. Yes or no? I borrow and then invest. Now I made a profit of approximately 70 lakhs on it. I didn't sell it. I should pay capital gains only when I sell it. I will not sell it. My wealth is there now. But today I can repay this entire loan, pending outstanding loan, without incurring my own cost. You're able to understand? I didn't use my money right now, literally, because I invested where, see, luck, this is luck. 40% is luck, but 30% is guaranteed. Now my mathematics behind this is 9% is the rate of interest. I should not take 9. I should consider tax shield, tax benefit, because primarily the cars and all used for only business purpose, personal purpose nothing. No, not at all. I have 3 totally cars actually. 2 only I will show for business. The one I have S-Cross, one more car, that is for personal purpose. Okay, that I will show department for personal purpose, exclusively used for personal only, if at all I require. And all the cars we use 100% for business only. There is no personal purpose involvement itself. Array, in full year, maybe once or twice I'll go out for personal reason. 363 days I will be using it for business purpose. So for 2 days will diesel and supply. No, right? So obviously it is business purpose. Now we show whatever interest that we are paying as expense to the income tax department, automatically minus 30%. I mean 30% slab. In fact, I can say 33% slab, because surcharge, no, 35% slab. Surcharge and all will apply. So 35% if I reduce, what is the rate of interest? Somewhere around 5.5. Whereas I am making return at 30% per annum, minimum. 25% profit I'm making. So literally the car which I am using is free. Yes or no? So I don't have, I'm not, in fact, I'm getting profit. I can buy one more car also. Yes or no? Now tell me, a person who pay full cash and buy and feel proudful that he bought in full cash, is he intelligent? Or a person who paid nothing? It's just that fund management. I just brought loans, paid, and whatever the money which I have and extra loan I took and invested in gold, invested in mutual funds and made this much return. At the end of the day, another 6 months, I'm telling you, another 6 months, entire car cost is free. Now 70% of the car cost I recovered. Another 6 months, remaining 40% also, 30-40% also I'll recover. Literally, I just managed funds and got the car. Are you getting it? So this is how you have to manage finances. Now, biggest financial blunders which many software employees, which many job holders do, but not businessmen. Businessmen will never do these financial blunders. I'm a businessman. I never do this blunder. And every businessman will never do blunder. You see, most of the businessmen, they take huge amount of loans. They in fact run everything on loan. They want to buy a phone. If at all they are getting a loan where acquiring the phone in loan is cheaper, for example, then they go for loan option only. For example, I want to buy some appliance or from the laptop. I'll generally buy online. For some issue, for sometimes no, laptop cost is 1.2 lakh. If I buy with credit card with 3 months EMI, I'll get 10% instant discount. I'll go with credit card EMI option because my overall cost is less. No, I have cash. But when you're giving it loan at a lesser price, I can claim every deduction, all that. Tell me, yes or no? See, if at all you have a good inflow of income, this is what you're supposed to do. If at all your cash flow is very tight, you don't want to have a monthly obligation, that pressure in mind, because you're uncertain about your cash flow, then go with the cash purchase. But 99.99% of the employees' jobs, they are certain in cash flow. Yes or no? You know, I've seen lot of my friends who take a housing loans, and you know what is their pressure? You know, they repay housing loan fully within 3-4 years or within 5 years. They take tenure for 15-20 years, but they repay within 5 years. Whenever they find surplus money, they repay. I will tell you the biggest blunder real estate is going to be, you know, real estate properties are 2 types. Okay, one is land. Again, in this agri land, rural, so much of discussion is there. Okay, then other one is land and building. This is where you will have independent house, flats, everything. Compared to independent house, flat is more safer. But as a whole, flat, house, everything is depreciating. See, I know there is an emotional connection involved in this. Okay, having a own house is no doubt a proud feeling, no doubt a satisfaction and complete this thing. Yes or no? But when you're buying a house on a loan, never repay the loan. Why? Housing loan rate of interest 8% or 9% only. Yes or no? You have money, invest in gold. You have money, invest in ETFs. You have money, invest in mutual funds which generate 15, 18, 20, 21%. Why you are repaying cheapest form of loan? Car loan, housing loan, these are cheapest form of loans. Why you repay that? Never repay, even if you have money. When you should think about repaying, when recently I've seen one article, a person who bought a house in Bangalore. This went very viral. People don't know finances. That fellow is doing job for more than 5 years or 6 years and has accumulated 70 lakhs of savings. 50 to 70 lakhs. He purchased a flat worth some 1.2 or 1.5 crore, where entire 70 lakhs he gave as a down payment. He took least amount of loan, and exactly 3 months or 6 months down the line, he lost his job. And what happens? This house, if at all now he's unable to pay EMI. If at all he has to pay EMI or something, he has to sell this house. Immovable property selling is so tough. He has to sell it in loss. If at all he has taken maximum loan, kept that 40-50 lakhs liquidity with him in liquid funds, gold like that, even though he lost the job, he will manage with that for next 1.5 year. Maintain liquidity. That is very powerful. Maintain liquidity. Most of the people, they will be very happy looking at their net worth. More than net worth, what is most important? Liquidity. When you will get liquidity, take as much loans as possible. Don't repay fully. I'm not saying don't repay the loan. I'm saying repay EMIs. If at all you have surplus money, invest in decent funds, decent ETFs, gold ETFs, silver ETFs. Pakka gold will grow, I'm telling you. Today when I'm making this video, the price of the gold pure 24 karat is 13,000 rupees. Okay, it will touch 20,000 rupees. Not because consumption is there from households. This demand is not because household consumption is there. The demand is because economies are purchasing, central banks are purchasing gold. 2024, that is a year where highest gold price have been increased percentage wise. Even 2025 highest, because countries are purchasing. Poland, China, India, Kazakhstan, all these countries are buying massive gold reserves. And what is the reason behind why are they buying gold reserves? Because dollar domination is decreasing. Dollar is losing trust day by day, because the US debt is all-time high. Most of the countries' debt is all-time high. I heard somewhere it is $300 trillion debt. $300 trillion. World economy, world GDP itself is $100 trillion, not even 100. That's what I heard from some financial expert. I'm not sure on this number. Okay, so it's typically speaking, we can't repay the debt. Nobody can repay the debt. Automatically, when we don't repay the debt, one day the bubble will blast. That time, no currency will matter. The country with highest gold reserves, that will rule the world. Simple. And that's the reason countries are purchasing gold. You know what? I am investing in gold from past 3 years. Every time whenever investing, people around me are laughing. Hey, you should have bought land. No, I bought flats. 3 flats I bought. Of course, on loans only. One for my self-occupied property. I claim SOP exemption. Remaining 2 for my business one I'm using. Genuinely I'm using for my business. Department can come and see also. And I claim entire EMI paid, interest, claim deduction. One is for my corporate office. One is for our guest house in Chennai. Okay, so we claim deduction of entire interest paid. We claim deduction for interest. We claim depreciation on that. Yes or no? So literally tax saving. Literally whatever income I'm getting, I don't have to manipulate department today. I'm doing everything fairly, everything as per proper advice. I even take an advice from one of the department officer also. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Is it fine? Yeah, they said, yeah, no, this department cannot object, no problem. Yes, my auditor is very good in tax. They are experts in tax dealing. I don't take care of my accounts, I will not. This is not my domain. I'm a very good DT faculty. I can give you tax planning, all that. But reality, practical handling, how department will put a query, how to answer that query, I am not into that domain. That's completely taken by a different CS. Yes or no? So I give them, I just follow them. They analyze my entire credit profile. They analyze my entire loans, everything. They analyze how much rate of interest I'm paying at various loans, and they will identify, is there any bank where they take a consolidation of all these loans and give a single loan at a lower rate. They will negotiate and they will transfer all my loans to that bank at a lower rate of interest. That entire fund planning they will take care. And I pay them approximately yearly 5 lakh audit fee. 5 lakh fees I will pay. Yearly 5 lakhs I will pay just because they are managing my funds carefully. Tomorrow many CS and CMS know, they are feeling like jobs are reducing. Like what should we do? Like many are having this dilemma, right? You do financial planning like this. Educate the client to take more and more debt as long as they repay, and tell them to be having liquidity. Tell them how powerful the liquidity is. Okay, at the end of the day, if some severe incident happened, entire economy's funds, everything blocked, like the operations were blocked, you are unable to do job, you are unable to do business, only your liquidity will protect. Only liquidity will protect. Why to that extent? I have very good liquidity. See, liquidity is different from net worth. When I started this academy Shrestha, my net worth is negative. I don't have any parental properties, zero. No inheritance, zero. In fact, I have minus 20 lakhs debt. But what I have, 10 lakhs liquidity I have. And what I did, I quit from job. 1 year, 1.5 year, I managed with the 10 lakh rupee. And this 1.5 year, I did entire groundwork for Shrestha that you are seeing today. How I am able to do that? That to COVID time. That time it was COVID, first wave. Okay? And that time, I took this strong decision, harsh decision. No, I should go into business. I should start my own venture. I should start working. How long I work for somebody? Yes or no? And whatever I make in 1 month there, I make today in half a day. Or 1 day sometimes. Or sometimes it may be just 2 hours. But 1 day on an average. I'm just telling you. That's the power of liquidity. If at all I don't have that time 10 lakh rupees in my hand, if at all I don't have that decision, if I did not work for that 1.5 year, today also I'll be working there only. Satyam. Understood? So that's the power of liquidity. So tell your parents not to repay the loans. No. Tell them to have liquidity. Gold. I'm telling you, gold is an evergreen asset. People around you tell, this is a high price, they will collapse. It will collapse. Last year, Diwali time, people told me after Diwali, gold price will reduce. When I'm buying this gold at the time, when I'm buying Benz, I'm buying gold also that time. Okay. People, they advise, they think the brilliance. Gold may not double. I agree. Okay. But what I feel is, it will give at least 20% return. 20% depreciation will be there na. Is it not sufficient? Where 6% is the rate of interest I am paying after tax, 20% income I am getting there, and I don't have any concerns about my liquidity. If that situation comes, I will sell the gold and pay the loan. That's it. They asked me, what if tomorrow your business is not going well? You have to suddenly repay the car. What? Okay, I invested in gold. I'll sell it off and then repay the loan. What risk I'm taking here? Yes or no? This is financial planning. And many of my friends, they repaid the housing loans. Now, when, for example, I'll tell you, 5 years back, they bought a flat. 5 years back, they bought a flat. Let us assume 1 crore is the price at which they bought 5 years ago. They have loans, everything. Okay, let us assume they got 80 lakh loan on that flat. You know what they did? By, this is year 0. By year 3, they repaid this entire 80 lakhs. He and his wife, both of them are CS, they work. Whatever salary they get, they repay housing loan. Today, year 5, their house cost is approximately 1.2 crore. But if at all this 80 lakhs, instead of repaying, if at all they invested in either a mutual fund, or if at all they invested in gold, or if at all they invested in a combination, this 80 lakh could have been 2 crore today. And now they could have repaid balance some 60 or 70 lakh loan, still they'll buy another flat. This is the power of managing the money. People don't know how to manage the money. They think there is a saying in Bhagavad Gita, we worry more in our imagination than reality. People think they are losing job next month. They feel if loan is there, no, if at all they have a loan outstanding, they feel that next month I'm going to lose the job and I cannot repay the EMI, so I will close the loan today. It will not happen. 5 years before, these people thought, what if tomorrow, what happens tomorrow? That's the reason why they buy everything in cash. Okay, they buy everything by single stroke, single payment. So that's the problem. Now coming to land and real estate, nothing but real estate is no more a lucrative asset. Don't compare 1990 prices with current. Okay, land. Okay, fine, I'll do one thing. I'll stop this video here. I will upload this. This is about managing finances. Okay, I hope you understood. Okay, now I will tell you about, you know, financial investment opportunities, where and all it is there, you know, how to think from fund growing plan, all that fund, like how to grow your funds, that and all I will discuss in a next video. Okay, are you okay until now, or you need any other insight on this? Fine, no? Fine.